Here is my note card. When little is asked of people, little is received, especially in the welfare system, with many people right now using their money received on welfare to abusive things like drugs, alcohol, or clubbing, anything in that nature. For public aid to work, I think we need to be drug testing and making sure people are using their money for the right things and make sure we can help these people out. Children learn to say no at a very young age in school to bad ideas, but it's hard to say no to some things, and that's how addictions start. But I do think everyone with help can say no to something that's bad to them. Every American pays taxes right now. And do you think people want their hard-earned money, especially in times like this with COVID, going to people just buying drugs with their hard-earned money? No, I think they want their money to be used for a better purpose, which is helping them out and making sure we're using the money to give them a better life for not only them, but for their family. Spending federal funding right now, while COVID's going on, also while we're in debt $140 trillion, I think we need to make sure we're using our government funding for the right purposes to send these people to rehab and correctional facilities, and also making sure they're getting money to get back on their feet in life by paying bills that are overdue or paying debt to get a job and to get back into the spending ways. Too many unemployed people buying drugs instead of getting back into the workforce is a problem right now. Almost double the unemployed people are buying drugs rather than getting back into the workforce, which right now is not helping out our American economy as we're going through a rough time right now with jobs and people getting cut off and laid off. I think right now we need to make sure we can get as many people working again as possible. Today I'm going to be talking about why we should be drug testing welfare recipients to make America a better place for me and you. My first point is that welfare recipients are wasting the money they are receiving on drugs instead of money they should be using on their families or getting back into the workforce. Polls show that right now people are unemployed, double the people that are unemployed are buying drugs instead of using the money to get back into jobs or going back to get their GED or getting a college degree to be as a functional member of society to help out not only their families but everybody else by getting off the welfare system. What the welfare system is made to do is for them to take the money as benefit for a little time and then get back into the workforce and get off the welfare system for someone else to get back on. It is also statistically proven that someone that is in poverty is more likely to get on drugs than a middle class or a rich person would, because of, number one, most people in poverty come from single family households which don't have the best support system. Also, poverty, it causes a lot of stress in life, and some stress relievers include alcohol, drugs, any paraphernalia that could be used to find, which is just sad to see that people are using the money for that. And my last point is that welfare recipients get in the mindset that once they can start it, they're not going to get out of it. So they're thinking they're going to get money every time, and they do get money every time. People aren't taking it away from them, so they get stuck having all this money, and they're just wasting on drugs every time, and no one's going to stop them from doing that. Now, how we can fix this is a drug test. It is already shown in the 13 states that have started drug testing their welfare recipients that increased number has gone up, showing that more people are getting back out into the workforce or getting their GEDs or going back to college, becoming just more of a functional member of society, if I do say so. Also, with drug testing people, if we figure out they are doing drugs or they are doing this, we can send them to correctional facilities. We can have them in the database knowing what they are doing. We know what they like. So say someone is on cocaine, we know they're gonna try to have an addiction to cocaine, so we can have that in the database to help them out. We can make sure we're sending people to look on them just randomly to make sure that they're doing the right things. This will help out a lot because a lot of people will get better from their drug addiction, hopefully, and maybe it'll help out not only them but their families they have. If they have kids, maybe kids are suffering because if you're doing drugs during pregnancy, it can lead to misformations of the baby or not developing properly. So maybe it can help out in the future for other kids. It can also help keeping members in the family. Sometimes you see people split apart because they are doing drugs, and it can help kids out that are having trust issues because their families are splitting apart over drugs. I think drug testing will also help out every American in the fact that we know our money's going to a good place, that our money's not just getting thrown away into a pile, that it's not, oh, it's just wasted money that's from our taxes, they're just getting spent on drugs by some random person. No, we know they're not doing drugs, or if they are doing drugs, they're getting sent to a correctional facility for help. And I think this should be done in our nation, because it's very important that we don't waste any money, especially right now during a pandemic. Every person needs as much money as possible to make sure they're helping their families, helping their loved ones, helping friends, helping pay bills. I think it's just important to them right now that we have all the money we can. And as I said earlier, spending federal funding on drugs is just unacceptable. I think we need to get rid of that and just ultimately get to the point where we are making sure we are taking care of business in the United States of America and spending money on the right things. Because as of recent February 2019, 52% of people on welfare are using money on drugs, alcohol, or any paraphernalia. So I think it's very important that we take action as Americans, not only as Americans, but as moral people, that we take the action of making sure we're helping our neighbors and helping make sure we leave a mark on the world and make this place better. And maybe even other countries will follow us as we make this stride and leap and bound. Thank you.